Hello everybody. So you may hear a bunch of noise. I'm gonna go ahead and let you know right now. As you can see, I'm in the car. I'm sitting in the back seat. I am actually waiting for my daughter's soccer camp to be over for the day. I got here early so I could eat my Chick-fil-A and stuff, and I thought that by the time I was done, she'll be about to walk out. Not happening. So I said, all right, let's kill two birds with one stone. Let's go ahead and get this YouTube video done, because I was trying to wait until I was 100% better. As you can hear, I'm still stuffy and stuff. Turns out your girl had walking pneumonia, y'all. Pneumonia. Excuse me. See, look at that. So between allergies, sinuses, and walking pneumonia, girl. Okay. So again, since I'm in my car, windows down, you're gonna hear kids on this side and you're gonna hear cars on this side. But we're gonna get it done because I still want to make sure I came to y'all. So one of the comments in my video all about creating those digital planners, journals, and such, someone said something about posting on Etsy, selling on Etsy, that sort of thing. So I want today's video to be two things. One, I'm going to show you how to list your product on Etsy if you want to sell your digital products on Etsy. But I'm also going to tell you why I don't like Etsy. I'm not going to be negative. I'm not going to say that. So why I don't, what's a more professional way to say this? I don't think you should depend on Etsy for your business. Not overall. We'll say that. Etsy can be in your business strategy, but I don't want Etsy to be the business strategy. Okay, yeah, there we go. That's the more professional way to say it. So I have done Etsy. I've been on Etsy. Not long. It wasn't for me. Now, if you're not aware, Etsy is considered a marketplace. If my phone is shaking, I have it sitting on something. And, okay. I do a lot of gesturing, so I need to make sure my gestures stop gesturing. Look at it, look at it, look at it. Okay, my actual camera, I'm getting a YouTube camera, y'all. Finally, I've been on YouTube for how long? I've been using my phone since the beginning of time. But my actual YouTube camera, because I'm going to start some vlogging, that's going to be here in a few days. So, ooh, all right. So, anyhow, back. Let's reel it back in. Okay, so, Etsy is a marketplace, all right? So, that is why it is appealing to beginners who are selling digital products, or not even just digital products, just products in general, you know, because Etsy started off as a place you would go to get custom products made by individuals, right? But now it's a plethora of stuff. It's a whole bunch of stuff up there. And it is appealing for beginners. It is easy. However, people seem to think, like, the misconception is, I'm going to post my stuff on Etsy, people are going to see it, I'm going to make money. That's not how it works, okay? So just because you post something on Etsy does not mean that people are going to see it. Just like any other place, Etsy still got to make money. A lot of people who get seen quickly have paid for ad space. They're sponsored. However, you can also post a bunch of times every day to have, like, more of a chance of being seen. Etsy's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, y'all. There's a soccer ball coming all the way over here. I know that ain't my child's ball. Yep, my child about to walk all the way over here. Lord have mercy. Jesus. Sure enough, yes. That was my child's ball. Rolling in front of my car. And I'm like, at least 100 feet. That's generous. Anywho, I can't remember where I was about with Etsy. Yeah. So just because you post on Etsy, again, it doesn't mean you're gonna get seen. And like I said, I did do some posting on Etsy. It's just not for me. It's not for me. So one other thing. Let me move this on my son's little shovel. Being that Etsy is a marketplace, you do not own your Etsy, okay? You don't own the listings. You don't own none of that. You are not able to do, like, your own branding and that sort of thing. You're not going to be known for something. You will, but you won't at the same time. So for me, I want my own. I will say that. Now, if you're someone who doesn't care about that, cool. But if something happens to Etsy tomorrow and that's where all your eggs are in, that one Etsy basket, you're effed, right? Same thing as if you depend on social media and you don't have an email list. And then Facebook is down for a day or two. You ain't got no sales. Instagram is down. You ain't got no sales. TikTok gets banned. You're not getting any sales. So I do recommend having something that you own. Not only this, but Etsy is super oversaturated. Yeah. But I have also seen like people, sorry, my Ring camera's going off. I've also seen, this has happened to me because I wasn't on Etsy long enough, but I know people who sell digital products on Etsy and they have had their stuff stolen. Like, okay, so the person, let's say I list something on Etsy. You decide to buy it, change the cover of it or whatever, post it as your own. But not only do you post my digital product that I actually made and worked hard on as your own, but if I'm charging $19.99 for it, you go up and charge $7.99 for it. So people are taking other people's stuff and undercutting them with the price. Like, that's ridiculous. And I'll be doggone if somebody's gonna mess or plagiarize or whatever my stuff, and then try to sell it and pass off as their own. Like, I'm not saved enough, okay? I'm not saved enough. So, no. And then the other thing that I don't like about Etsy, or why I don't think it should be like, your main business strategy, is that there is no real funnel system. So if you're not aware, a funnel is basically the journey that a person takes through your business, I can say. So like, I'm not gonna go through the whole thing. You should know what a funnel is by now if you own a business. If you don't, I'll talk about it in another video. Just let me know down below. I'll do that. But for time purposes, there's no real funnel on Etsy. So you could have something like, as like a clause of when they purchase one of your products, you're going to add them to your email list if you have one. So that way you're able to communicate with them post-purchase, But that's about the only way I could think of for you to actually have some sort of funnel system with Etsy. So the best and easiest way to make money is by selling to people who already trust you and who have already purchased from you. You should not be having to constantly get and acquire new customers. You want to have those repeat customers as well, because those repeat customers become loyal customers who are also going to be hyping you up and be brand ambassadors that you didn't even hire. You know what I'm saying? So you need a funnel system. So for me, Shopify has always been that girl. Shopify has been bae since I started my entrepreneurial journey online in 2017. Okay, Shopify is it for me. I'm going to always recommend Shopify. It is what it is. Now, I did get off Shopify at one point. We broke up, because it was charging too much. But I came crawling back. So, yes, my website is through Shopify, okay? Now, I did leave Shopify for Beacons for a little while, but then I was like, you know what? Beacons, I love you, girl, but I got to go back. Grass ain't always greener. So you can use Beacons or something to that effect, and Beacons does integrate with Shopify. So, that's fine if you want to do something like that. But Shopify for me has always been it. You own your website, okay? You own your domain. You own all of that. Then also, you can sell digital products on Shopify. A lot of people are not entirely sure how that process goes. There is an app that you download, a Shopify app called Digital Downloads. When you download that or add it to your site, you're able to have digital products on your site. And when a person clicks on it, buys it, it automatically sends that digital product to your customer. Super simple. You're not in the whole flow of it at all. You don't have to do anything. So you can do that. And then the third thing, I don't see a lot of people talking about this, and I'm going to do a video in the very near future about this. But if you are not able to design, for example, a lot of people are like, I don't want no website on Shopify. I can't design. Cool, no problem. Shopify has AI now. Of course, everybody got their own AI. Shopify's AI is called Sidekick. And Sidekick will design your website for you, boo. And we ain't even talking about no technical shit. Only thing you gotta do is say, hey, I want a I want a scrolling banner, white font, saying this at the top of my screen. Boom, it will do it. I want a, whatever it is you want. Just say, I want this. It will do it. Anything you need to do, It will do it for you, okay? Shopify has made it easier than ever to have a website and have it look good, okay? And not just in front of customer, but behind the scenes with the admin side. There's a lot of things that Sidekick can help you do as well. So again, I'm going to do an upcoming video about that because I don't think people are fully understanding that Shopify not only has its AI, but it can help you do stuff that I don't think people are understanding what it can help you do. So that's coming, okay? So if you don't want to use Sidekick, by the way, Shopify does integrate with ChatGPT. So no excuses, all right? Something else too with Etsy, it doesn't push your stuff out. So people are thinking that when you're on Etsy, it's going to push your stuff out automatically. You don't have to promote. No. Business owners, you have to learn how to market. You got to learn promotions. You got to learn how to do all this stuff. You got to learn how to be your own biggest advocate when it comes to your business. Marketing is something that you are inevitably going to have to do. Selling is something you're going to have to inevitably know how to do. Okay? So don't just think if you get on something like Etsy, it's automatic. Case in point, if you're not aware, I had an online boutique for 7 years. Very successful, did pretty well. I ended up closing it because God literally told me to close it. So my boutique stuff was found on Walmart. Okay, yeah, yes, Walmarts. So I'm thinking, all right, geez, I'm about to sell out my stuff tomorrow. Right? No. Just because I was on Walmart's website did not mean that Walmart was going to automatically push my stuff out and everybody's going to start buying up my stuff like this. Now, granted, I did get way more sales, but it wasn't automatic all through stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you still have to remember, like, Walmart was my backup. My main website and my main things that I did, that was my main, right? So Etsy can be your same thing. Your website would be your main thing. Etsy can just be another component to that, another channel, another sales channel, okay? That's what I want you all to remember. Now, I'm going to quickly walk through how to create an Etsy listing. And I also, of course, gotta show you how you can use ChatGPT in conjunction with this so you can make sure that your Etsy listing is optimized, all right? So we're gonna move to my computer now. All right, so we are now inside of Etsy. So what you're going to do when you're on Etsy, you're going to go to your shop manager. And let me move this out of the way. And on your shop manager, you're going to have a bunch of different stuff on the side. This is where you will end up first on the dashboard. But you can go into listings in order to add a new product. So you can go here or here. So we're going to go into listings and you can do add a listing. When you add a listing, this is what it's going to look like. Instead of just putting up a whole new item or whatever, I'm going to walk you through one that I've had up for a very long time that I actually forgot about. It's been active, it says, since 2023, and I haven't sold any of these. So yeah, I don't particularly care because this is a physical book that I actually sell on Amazon, and that's where my sales come from. Hold on, it was my phone. Let me turn that. Hold on. Hold a second. Yeah. So what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So I don't particularly care if this hasn't sold. I just wanted to see if I could sell like a digital version of it on Etsy, no dice, and I literally forgot about it. So, all right. So this is what you're going to do. So again, we're going through all of this, but I'm showing you how it will look. So first, you can add, it tells you here, you can add up to 20 photos and 2 videos. I always suggest for you to add at least 1 video. And I know you're probably thinking, all right, how am I going to have a video of a digital product? It literally only can, it literally can just be like you scrolling through the pages or the cover of your document. So let me see if this will play. Okay, so here's the video that I added. So it's just a couple of the pages and what it is. Literally, that's it. Made this in Canva. Only thing you have to do when you're in Canva, when you create your thumbnails, just save or download rather. Instead of downloading them as a PDF file, download them as an MP4 video, and it will make the video itself. And you just add that. Okay, that's all you need to do. So again, 20 photos, 2 videos. You're going to do that. Thumbnails, basically your product photo. I do suggest making them square, but there are some. Okay, I don't see it anymore. I thought there was a. Oh, here we go. So I think this is the same thing for the size. I think it's the same thing. I just did mine in square shape, like Instagram used to be. And then you're going to select a category. So it's going to tell you, it's going to look different down here. It's going to be like find a category. As you can see, I did journals and notebooks for this one. Another one that I tend to use a lot is calendars and planners. So I would suggest one of those if that's what you're listing. And then your item details, you have your title, obviously, the files. Now, with the files, you can add up to 5 files, but it can only be a certain amount, like a certain, let me see if it will, because I know there's one. I know there's one document that I have where it will not, let's see. I think I deleted it. Okay, here we go. Let's see if it'll upload this. Yeah, okay. So you can only have files under 20 MB. So this right here is what is it? It was a Soft Girl era digital workbook that I created years ago. And as you can see, I cannot list this because, or rather, can't send it because it is too much. So what I suggest that you do, go into Canva, create a document, call it thank you or something like that so you can remember it. Now, obviously, this is not about a digital product. Well, technically it is. But this is something that I sell on my website. It is called the 7-Day Launch Blueprint. It's all about faceless. So I have here, like the class is in 2 parts. Now, when you purchase this, I think you'll actually get sent the class links, but I used to have it where you would get this document here. So it says your class is here. It's time to learn how to create and launch your faceless page on social media in just 7 days. I had a technical difficulty, so this class is split into 2 parts. Click below to view your videos. If you need me, do not hesitate to reach out. Here's part 1, part 2, and then name. So now when they are sent this, they can actually click on these buttons and go to the videos that I recorded. So I suggest you do the same thing for Etsy. Have a little template like you have right here. So you see I have another one. This is for another class. This is for my prompt power course. And again, you just click here. You change up your buttons, or you can just put links if you want. I like having the buttons, but you can also do links if you would like. So I have this one where I have links. Put in whatever it is you want to put. Call it a day, and that is what you would have here instead of your actual digital file. Okay, that's how you get around that size limitation. Of course, here you're going to have the description. With your titles, of course, you need to have them optimized. You need to make sure it is things that people will actually be searching for. So being that this was a New Year planning journal, obviously people will be searching for New Year planner. So I put that in there. But you're also going to have a spot down here for your tags. Like this part here, you're not going to have to do it because this is digital. It tells you right here. So here are your 13 tags that help people search for your listings. So it's basically kind of like if you're familiar with YouTube, that's what this is. If you're used to YouTube tags, then you'll know what I'm talking about. So I have New Year Planner, Digital Planner, New Year Journal, Digital Journal. Like these are things that people would search for. And I would hope that my item would show up in their results, right? So I had a holiday here, New Year. I didn't need to do this, obviously. Price, of course, you got to put your price. Quantity, however many you have. I just put 200. And then obviously buyers will download your items. You don't have to worry about any shipping. You don't have to worry about any of that. Who made it? Put that you made it. It's a finished product. It was created by you. We don't need any partners. Put in what this is all about. So I put in, of course, self-improvement, but you put in business, things like that. Feature the listing. And then renewal options. Now, it does cost to list on Etsy, but it tells you how much it is. So, $2, okay? And it tells you right here how long those last, and then you're going to preview it, and then you can publish your changes. So let's preview it. So this is how the listing will look. So you go through, And there's the video. And we already seen it. And literally the other photos are all of the photos that were in the video. And then you're going to list it. Now, when you go into ChatGPT, I want you all to, I'm going to put some prompts up on the screen, and this can be what you can do. So here's the first prompt. Now, when you go into ChatGPT, I want you to tell it to act like an Etsy expert. And I want you to help me write an Etsy title for a digital product designed for, I'm just gonna say whatever. Okay, so help me write an Etsy title for a printable planner bundle designed for busy moms who need a simple weekly reset system. Make it searchable but not spammy. So you want the title to be something that people will search for. Okay. Now for the descriptions, I suggest using this particular prompt. You can tell it again. You are an Etsy expert. If you're in the same chat, you don't have to tell it you're an Etsy expert. It will remember from the last time, okay? So now you can say, write an Etsy product description for this digital planner bundle. Include what it is, who it is for, what files are included, how to download it, and how it helps the buyer. Please make the description optimized for search, okay? Then it's going to be time for you to put in your tags. So you can tell it, please give me 13 Etsy tag ideas for this printable. So that's super easy. Just give me 13 Etsy tag ideas for the printable. And then next, tell it, help me turn this Etsy product into a Shopify product page with a stronger brand voice and clearer sales copy. That right there can be for you to move it over to Shopify and have it listed on both. So that way, if you're selling it on social media, you can get people to go to your Shopify page rather than your Etsy. So that way, Etsy won't get a cut of your sale. Yes, Etsy will take a cut of your sale. As you saw up here, when I put in my price, it said that my earnings were $6.79 because it's taking a cut of that $8, right? So that's where that goes. So again, screenshot those prompts, pause, whatever. That's how you're going to get ChatGPT to help you optimize your Etsy for search. Again, I am okay with you using Etsy. I just really want you to remember that this should not be your main strategy for your business. Okay. All right. So if anyone has any questions, please be sure to leave them down in the description, not description box, sorry. Leave them in the comments down below. If you have any ideas for a future video, please let me know down in the comments as well. I am open to suggestions, even though I already have a whole plan for all the way through August. But again, I will try to make room if possible. All right. So go down in the description box if you would like to see my video that I did about the printables that I created on ChatGPT, so that way you can see how to make them in case you missed it. And as always, reach out to me through email, ikenisha@gmail.com, or you can DM me on Instagram, royal_area325. And of course, you can find me always in my Facebook group. So be sure to get that as well. All of that stuff will be in the description box. And I will see you all next time. Bye.